Hi, friends. My name is host Derek. I'm the Huesto de Taquiendo de Femiosa de Piplioples. I guess it is these mics right here.
They're out?
No, I was just seeing which ones were picking up the audio, whether it's these mics or the mic that's attached to that thing right there. There's a mic that's built into the camera, but anyhow, today I'm bringing you all the hottest new truths, every last one of them. So you maybe are tired of the old not so hot truths. Why is everything so pink today? Well, I'd say probably just because of the time of day and quality of light.
Yeah.
If we went out, the fires were out. Okay, I shit you not.
They really were.
We left this house to go pick up some things at the mall for Rachel ordered and to go get some lunch. And when we left here, the fires were out. And then on the way back, there's just this huge billowing plume of smoke going up again from the mountains.
Yep.
So something reignited, or
yeah, and it looks like something that definitely needs
it's like
taken care of.
yeah, it's
like,
massive.
It's not,
There's all of a sudden a new massive fire.
Yep. It's heartbreaking.
This is news as of like 15 minutes ago, too.
Seriously, literally, like just 15 minutes ago, we were looking at. Like this morning when what time did we go out? Like 1?
It wasn't
2?
Like 2. It was like half an hour ago or whatever.
Yeah, and skies were blue. You can breathe like without like any problems really. And then I think I spoke too soon. I'm like, well, I'm glad that's over. It's not.
No, we don't need a bug out bag. It's, it's more or less impossible. The thing is, the fire is further away from us than it used to be, for one thing. Like, the part were closer to us have basically burned out or been put out. The fire that reignited is back down that way, Monrovia way again.
Yeah, it's basically in the same spot that it started.
Except further back, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I know. Well, even if I didn't get aggressive with it, it doesn't take much. It's hard to get the right balance, Yeah, Rachel and I have both experienced, I think, some of the negative impacts of all the smoke.
Yeah.
Today, like right now, it's fine. The new smoke hasn't gotten to us yet. And the old smoke's kind of blown away, and it's got blue skies.
Yeah, it was. It was really nice morning.
And it's kind of like remarkable to see blue skies after having it be all gray and smoggy looking for days and days. But the thing is, at the worst couple of days, I think both Rachel and I were feeling them. Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
My chest was hurting. My eyes were stinging a little bit. The whole smog alert thing.
Like I already have allergies, but it's like heightened now. Like there's this like a tightness, a closeness in your throat.
Right. Well, it's because you just have this general, like, you don't want to breathe deep. It feels icky. Mm-hmm. But now it's fine right now. But eventually this big plume of smoke will probably come and get to us unless the wind's blowing the other way, in which case it won't.
We'll see.
And Dustin, about the shirt color, I was saying it's actually the case that even if it weren't green, I might have trouble not being partially invisible. True. With yellows, for example.
Yellow, we've been having.
I can't, it's hard to get to distinguish between green and yellow.
I have the song Waterloo stuck in my head.
It's a good one.
It is.
I wonder if ABBA really did win the Eurovision Song Contest with Waterloo.
They might have. I wouldn't be surprised. They're so Euro.
They're great.
Thanks. I'm glad you think so. I think they're pretty great too. What do you think about the movie Mamma Mia, though?
I didn't see it.
I think it was okay. I would give it a 6. I mean, Meryl Streep singing, she did great, and she like totally encaptured like. I think she plays an ESCP mom, so like she totally captured that like free spirit like essence, but I don't really like musicals like that. I'm not a huge. I like talkies. I like musicals. Don't really tickle my fancy anymore. I did. I like the 40s and 50s ones, but it's hard. I don't know.
Ba-na-na-da-na. Ba-na-na-da-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum-ba.
Yes. Do 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 do.
Dancing Queen. It's a great song.
Yeah, it is. And Meryl Streep does a really great version of it.
Who does?
Meryl Streep.
Oh, Meryl
Yeah.
Streep does.
Yeah, she does. Meryl.
Are we planning on going anywhere? Going to town?
Are you suggesting something?
You two are really going to town. That's an old-fashioned saying. You don't really hear that very much
Going
anymore.
to town, yeah, you know.
My grandmother used to say that. Oh, you are really going to town. Like,
Like,
if I was
like-
playing double solitaire and I'd get a couple of different things in a row, she'd say, oh, you're going to town.
Aw, that's cute.
Back in the old days, going to town was a big deal.
Yeah, I'm sure it was because going to town meant you had like some monies to use in town.
It's like all-day affair. You have to get in your horse and buggy, go from the farm down into town,
That's what I learned from Jane Austen movies.
get some penny whistles and moon pies.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I would love to hear stories from your grandma.
She had some old sayings for sure. She used to say, I'd bet a nickel.
I'd bet a nickel.
I'd bet a nickel that a nickel? A whole nickel? Rachel, did you read Little Women?
I did, and it made me so sad. Actually,
Those women are so little.
it was.
Why are they so small? That makes me feel bad for them.
I love period piece like writing too. It just was very I got very attached to the characters, and because of that it made me cry. Like it definitely brought out my FI in a way that made me very uncomfortable. So I haven't read it since, and I didn't see the new film that came out, which it got glowing reviews. The new one, it was just, it's very sad. I find it to be very sad.
Here's the thing. I find in general, the people who like period works are also people who have periods. It seems to correlate strongly. If you like mid-80 and like, you know, fancy clothes and class relations, then chances are you are a woman.
Yeah, high chance. I wanted
To Be Joe, and later Louisa May Alcott wrote a sequel called Joe's Boys.
Oh yeah. I read those too.
What do you think of
Yeah,
Netflix
these
Cuties movies? Netflix Cuties movies?
Cuties movies? What do you mean by that?
I don't know what that is.
Is that a genre?
Yeah, I have no idea what they're talking about.
Oh, nice.
Now you'll be able to read it
There we
better.
go.
Good evening, Zayden Black.
Hey, good evening, Zealand Black indeed.
Starbombs Regretsroid. Interesting. It's controversial. What's controversial
Wait,
about it?
I'm confused. Did he take it? Did he like make one up himself, or did he started in
I know. I think
I
he's saying. I think Winston Small was saying the show is controversial, not tailored video. Is that right?
Okay.
Netflix had the movie called Cuties.
I haven't seen it.
Flow
no.
State went ape on Cuties. Why? Is it about? I'm assuming it's not about the tangerine.
It sounds like he was forced to watch it too.
You know, there's a brand of tangerines that you could buy at the supermarket around here.
Yes.
Called Cuties.
Cuties.
Yeah.
Yeah. I call Eric a cutie. He's a cutie tootie. I don't really watch a lot of Netflix owned stuff, although we did yesterday. That was one of their movies, the one that we watched. That was good.
What
Life.
what was very, very, very bad about it though?
Yeah, I emailed Anthrax. There's a lot of berries.
It's about Pedowood.
Oh. I mean, ugh.
It's like, okay, here's the thing. It's like there are people who are interested too much in young people in that fashion, and that's awful. But I don't feel a lot better about the people who are obsessed with the fact that there are people out there who are into that stuff. It's like, you know,
I want to clear something up. What is this? What is Cuties actually about? It's not pedos. It's pedos. It's preteens. What is it about?
what's Twitch King?
Yeah.
Look at the poster, it makes you uncomfortable. Okay, I'll look at it. Let's see.
Oh. Oh my. There's so little. Oh, it's a French film? Oh, it's a this makes total sense. If it's a French film, that makes complete sense. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
That's pretty sexualized.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, yeah, it makes me. It's definitely questionable, whatever.
You know, Netflix wouldn't pick up the show Happy Endings because they thought that was too controversial. But they'll put up something like Cuties. That's like being way off the mark.
Well, look, there's no doubt that the images in the poster there, or the marketing images and stuff, are I guess sexualizing people who are too young to be treated in that fashion. What do you want?
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt that that's occurring, but I mean, I don't know anything about the movie itself. I don't. It's like I'm not going to rush to judgment about the movie just because
No, you can't.
the posters
You can't.
are.
Because sometimes marketing will take one thing and they'll hype that one thing up, and it tends to be that the thing that they hype is only shown in the show for like 10 seconds. Like it's so you want to. We should give it a shot now that we have Netflix.
I don't know. The point is, I am very, iffy about things that smell a lot like witch hunts. It's like because that area of thing, there's broad agreement that it's, you know, about what the standard should be or what it is. People, you know, there's sort of like righteous witch hunter thing that goes on where people want to go like, you know, everything that even comes close to touching this area of thing is horrible and evil, and it's like, okay, just relax a second. I mean, let's make sure something bad's happening before we really just go and bring out the torches and pitchforks, you know.
Well, the actresses, they could have very high self-esteem and, you know, not totally agreed to it.
This is the other thing is,
I don't know.
I don't know what happens in that movie or anything, but it's interesting to consider actually talking to the people who are involved.
Okay, see,
rather than just assuming we know best for them or whatever.
See, that's where it brings up a really good topic, because I agree with you that I don't like the whole witch hunting thing. However, a person in pop culture right now who is kind of a witch hunted person is Meghan Markle. And it seems to be that you agree with the fact that she has some shadiness to her.
But see, that doesn't feel to me like a witch hunt. Like, witch hunt suggests that here's this bad behavior, and we're looking for anybody who fits this idea of bad behavior, right? Now, they're the devil. Meghan Markle earned every bit of contempt that people have for her. She's earned it herself by just her own shittiness.
That's what I believe that too. Like, the witch hunting thing, that's what I felt when people watching 13 Reasons Why, because it was like about like suicide and it was so profound. Look, I don't care how profound it is. If it's about suicide, I know I'm going to be emotionally attached to it, because like I get involved with plot lines and stuff and characters, and if it's about suicide, I'll probably internalize that and feel it for days. So that's not a show that I'll be watching. So, you know, Cuties might do the same thing to me too. I don't know. I would definitely, but it doesn't seem like one that I would like seek out.
The thing is, Alan Bryan makes an excellent point here. I really like what you say here, and it seems to me that it's got a lot of truth to it, which is, this is a corollary to the Me Too movement. Next thing we got the women protected. We can protect the children next, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
it's more separatist stuff.
It's like, okay, there's the problem with this whole, you know, fiery burn for justice thing. And it's not necessarily a bad thing at all. I think the Me Too movement, by and large, has been a good thing. I do think that there was a bunch of shit that douchebags were getting away with they shouldn't have gotten away with, you know, it boils down to.
I agree.
And, you know, from a purely selfish perspective, it's not fair to us men who aren't like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's like why should those guys get away with that shit?
That's what I always bring up to people who are like me too. I'm like, look, like, I'm female and I stand up for female rights as well. Like, but if we go against half of our type, like, how is that going to bring people together? Like, we need to find more things that we have in common, you know, like cherish the people who aren't like that. That's how I feel.
Okay, so Female Anthrax says, I haven't seen it, but I will watch it, but I'll put it this way, close to cancel his Netflix review of the show. Interesting. I might find it offensive too. I don't know. The thing is,
he canceled it. Wow.
What I'm saying is, like, the Me Too movement, it, like all these kind of movements, like Black Lives Matter, and like there's something inherently good about them in the sense that you don't want, you know, you want all the guys to have to play fair and getting chicks for one thing. It's just simply like that. It's like this. I want to punish the cheating guys, the guys who are cheating
Yeah.
and being leveraging their position and being exploitative and otherwise not respecting the woman's right to make the determination as to who she wants to get with or whatever, But same thing with the Black Lives Matter. Well, obviously, I'm opposed to the cops randomly using more force than they need to use. But the problem is then you get this kind of weird, this weird sort of fervor of righteousness that totalizes the thing and makes it as
Yeah, that's where that's where the problem lies.
Now, regarding Winston's mom's question, do I approve of Trump's plan to make patriotic education a mandatory program in schools? I don't approve of the federal government having anything to say with it, have anything to do with education at all. Why does the federal government have anything at all to do with education? It's not within the purview of their authority, and they can't possibly do any good. They have nothing to do with education, really,
I have your latest song stuck in my head.
The what song?
Your latest song.
Oh, thanks. Cool. Who are the Young Turks? I don't know who the Young Turks are.
It's another club. Ron John John.
Lambasted from the Marxist all the way down the spectrum to the alt-right. All they say it's bad, not good. They all agree on it. On that movie. Hi, Scotland.
Hey, Scotland.
Oh, that's
Oh, they said that we should come and visit you. I mean, them. Oh my god. Yeah, so on Instagram they were like, you and Eric should come and visit Scotland.
we should go to Scotland.
We should.
Now all we need is a bunch of money.
Yep. Then we'll go. I'm gonna look for you.
I don't know who the Young Turks are, but it sounds familiar.
Is it a group?
I think it's maybe a YouTube channel.
There's just so many butterflies. Oh, YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's an
Yeah, I've heard of
American
them.
left-wing news and opinion show on YouTube. So what's their argument of defense for it? I mean, see, that's what's going to be telling. If Eric, here's your chance. Here's my chance for what? Cornell West schools Tucker. Joe Rogan apologizes. Oh, you're talking about the Young Turks? Can I try to do a Highland jig? Probably not right now.
I'll try to learn.
But I'll tell you what, I'll have one prepared for you next time I'm feeling a little more peppy. I'm at the end of a bottle of Adderall. So.
Did you bruise your foot?
I don't know how I did that.
Ooh.
I don't know what that is. That's a good question. When you think about news and opinion, quote unquote, if you want to get actual, real meaningful political analysis on YouTube by anybody, as far as I can tell, you got to tune into this channel. I've watched at least snippets of a lot of different political pundits on YouTube, and they're all talking out of their ass. I don't know what else to say. It's like there's no disputing the fact that people are either talking seriously about political matters or they're not. And the answer to the question is no for 99.999% of people. To talk seriously about politics means to talk like I talk about politics, you know? Have I watched Beau of the Fifth Column? No.
I was thinking this morning, I might not know politics, but I know pop culture. And that's important for me.
It's important.
Yeah. Did anyone else see the table read of Fast Times at Ridgemont High that my man Dane Cook set up?
I mean, the point is, there's nothing but serious idea discussions. Well, that's if I'm joking around, you know. Any idea that's brought to the table for analysis and is subjected to it gets a much more serious analysis than it gets elsewhere. You might be correct that it's not my channel's not specialized enough, so it's not going to attract an audience that's interested in that. But it nevertheless remains the case that the problem, one of the big problems, is what attracts a viewing audience is team rhetoric.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're on the right, you want to listen to somebody positioning on the right.
I agree with M. McPhee and Lauren McKinley.
Thanks, Lauren and M. McPhee.
Yeah.
MC Fee.
Aww.
E. McPhee.
It's a great channel.
Well, I mean, look, the thing is, this is my experience in general, is that I've got a lot of people, I don't know who Dan Carlin is. I've got a lot of people who I'm familiar with, who I've seen come on to YouTube and, you know, start off as a beginner and then zoom right past me. I've seen people that I have absolutely no respect for have vastly more subscribers than I have. And I've seen people who I think are producing absolute garbage be very successful. Rachel had showed me this horrible lady the other day, this manifest lady. She's got 30,000 subscribers. She's absolutely horrible.
I'm nodding.
You know, it's like
She
what she's telling people is just disgusting.
It's really all for money.
I don't think you're a hater at all, Email Anthrax. Believe me, I don't. I'm not saying that this is streamlined enough or specific enough or focused enough or whatever to generate enough interest or whatever. I agree. I probably need multiple channels for my different topics, but I'm not going to end up doing that. You know, it's just not going to happen. And the reason is because mostly what I do is live stream, and I would like to think that this format of live streaming is one that has its own kind of audience that you can attract by being a good live streamer, you know, by just being entertaining enough and engaging with people in the chat enough and talking about enough random ideas that it's entertaining. But so far, that's not proved to be the case for me, you know?
What is up, Lawnmower? Hey, Cloud.
Hi, Cloud.
Today I pulled for myself the 5 of Cups. That's the crying over spilt milk. But I'm trying to figure out, maybe, you know what? I know what it is. I am feeling bummed out over the fire again. I do feel bummed out. It does make me feel like a bummer. But I just got to keep on focusing on the 2 o'clock cups. I know it within my soul.
Well,
That's what I
Cloud
have to do.
is here. So, Rachel, that means you and I, everybody else as well, we have a real live, once-in-a-lifetime guru here. We can ask him whatever questions we want to ask
Ooh.
him.
Okay.
Cloud, please, will you share with us some of your immense wisdom? Could I please rate the fries from McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC first through third? I'm not really sure about
Ooh,
KFC's
that is
fries.
tough. I've never had KFC's fries. So I'm not under.
Are
I'm
they
not sure
potato
about them
wedges?
either.
I think they might be potato wedges. I don't
I
really
think so
like potato
too.
wedges.
No, me
I'm
neither.
gonna go McDonald's. Well,
McDonald's.
and Burger King's fries are good though. Burger King has good fries.
They do, but I have to say I like McDonald's fries first.
We're McDonald's.
When
People.
they're salted, right? Oh, and they're warm. I used to eat those up in Penn Station waiting for my train. Like, oh, I only have a certain amount and then like
Or-
I have enough for fries.
Here's an important
So
factor.
I have to say, for me, McDonald's, Burger King, then KFC.
One important factor is, do they fry the fish in the same oil
Ew,
they fry the fries?
God,
I hate it when I get fries and
why,
they taste
why?
fishy because they're frying in the same oil
I
they're frying the
didn't know
fish in.
that.
Yeah, when
Oh,
you get fries
that's
that taste fishy, that's
different.
why.
I don't think. No, that.
Sometimes that
I
happens.
never. Oh, that's fucking gross. Oh, I'm not voting anymore.
It's okay.
It's so grosses me out.
So, yeah. In regards to all of that,
No. But see, Zealand Black, the thing is that like Burger King, I mean McDonald's didn't always have the fried fish on the menu. Like at least in New York, they only had it like during Ash Wednesday times, the Catholic religion. So they actually didn't fry the fries with the fish because it wasn't common. Like it wasn't on the menu. So like yeah, maybe with the chicken nuggets and the patties, but I never tasted fish really. I'm not gonna lie. Like having the fish on the menu is new. Deep fried baby seal though, that sounds delicious. Yeah.
it does, yeah. So let's see. I am feeling about 40% meh and 60% like positive. No, I've not tried haggis. I don't want to try haggis.
What is haggis?
It's a gross like Scottish food that you make out of all the organ meat.
No. I think my sister's had haggis.
Yeah.
Shepherd innards. Oh, sheep.
Now that would be gross.
Shepherd innards. Oh my
shepherd
god.
innards.
When I was vegan, I learned a lot about like how food was prepared and
Walnut ice
stuff.
cream. I don't think I've had walnut ice cream before.
Ooh, walnut ice cream. I've tasted it, but I don't think I've ever ordered it.
Lawnmower,
Tripe
they're
is
Scottish,
disgusting.
not Irish, okay? God, don't mistake the Scots for the Irish.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I don't want any fresh
I'm
walnut
okay
ice
with
cream
that
for
too.
$30,000
Is that
or any
alright?
other amount of money, really. Sheep stomach
How
stuffed with
easy to
meat and
donate.
barley, according to the Highlander. The Scottish are famous for their little black dogs.
I would try haggis probably. Like if someone put it in I would try it, but I can't. You're gonna get a real honest review. You have an ENFP boyfriend? Congratulations. My dad's an ENFP. They're funny.
I'm so sorry, Lauren. I'm so sorry to hear that. Just kidding. Sort of.
Yeah, he's that.
Oh, you're an ISTP? Well, that's good. That's a
No.
pretty good mix.
But what is that mix?
Not too bad. Let's see.
Isn't that super? I thought that's
No, it's not supervisor. Is it benefactor?
super.
Beneficiary? Let me see. No. FI for the ISP is 8th and NE polar. So my 8th and oh, that's not a good relationship.
I thought
like the equivalent.
contrary.
Isn't that the
Contrary?
equivalent of ISTP plus ENFP? That's the equivalent to ENTP and ISFP, right? So yeah, that's contrary. That's
Conflict.
contrarian. Yeah, I know my parents' type. My dad's an ESTJ, my mom's an ISFJ. What do I think about it? ISTP, INTJ, and INFJ living together? I don't think that's a terrible mix of people living together, really. Assuming that none of you are in a romantic relationship with each other, then I think that's a reasonably good housemates. The ISTP and the INFJ have TI and FE in common. The INTJ has NI in common with everybody. So, I mean, at least there's no extroverted intuition mucking up the place.
That's so cute.
Then the ENFP shows up. Whoa, hold on there. Slow down there, ENFP. Always knowing by the same knowledge function. All three of you knowing by the same knowledge function is probably a good thing. The thing is this, I suspect the ISTP wants to be the NI user in the group, and the other two are more naturally inclined to be that person. So there might be a little bit of like, okay, ISTP, let the NI doms do some NI now. There might be a little bit of that. What type are Rachel's parents?
ENFP for my dad and ESTJ for my mom. Yep. Now, I'm almost positive ENFP. There could be ESFP. I think he's ENFP.
Who, your dad?
Yeah.
Your dad's ENFP.
Yeah, he is.
I'm quite confident.
He took the test himself too, and he tested for. But even besides that, he's TI polar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ESTJ mom and ENFP dad, they were activity partners.
The thing is, I would suspect the ISTP and the INTJ are more in agreement about FE matters, and the INFJ is kind of like annoyed by their lack of consideration of FE matters.
Damn.
Talk about something more interesting.
So I want to talk about this show that we saw when we were reading online at the weed store, Lucifer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah. Does anyone watch that show?
It was interesting enough in the short time that we were in the weed store that I was like, what is that show?
Yeah. I know it's popular. I know someone I used to work with watched that show, but I don't know anything about it, but I know it's popular.
Maybe we should check it out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like
I heard Black Mirror is cool.
the bad guy, Lucifer, I guess. He looked like a regular person, and then at the end they show him and he's all red and a devil looking,
Ooh, everyone's saying Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. What's Black Mirror?
Black Mirror is like
Same sort of show,
sci-fi.
like Lucifer, but better.
Yeah. And I think it's like more
No, she's not trying to bait
I
you.
really am not.
This really happened. We went to the
yeah,
weed
we
store.
went to the weed store.
We saw this show. I was like,
and
"What
this
is
show's
that
called
show?"
Lucifer.
And she's like, "I think it's called Lucifer."
Yeah.
And in the show, it was interesting. It was like the first thing we saw when we walked in the store was there was like a regular human looking person, right? And he was in a fight with somebody. It was like an action movie, like they're trying to stab each other. Finally, one of the guys won, and then when like this apparently cop lady ran in, she's like, "It's true," and then they showed him, and he was the devil. I said, "You are Lucifer." So that's I'm not trying to bait you. We're talking about a show we saw.
Yeah.
For Christ's sakes, Lawnmower, will you chill the fudge out? Really? Normalizing it. My goodness gracious, Lawnmower.
I was just wondering if anyone else has seen the show. So because I want to know, I like new material. And if people in the community like it, then maybe we'll check it out. But it seems like Black Mirror is the one that everyone's watching.
You know what I want to point out? You know what really popularized the idea of Lucifer more than anything else?
What?
The Bible. The Bible. That's what did it.
Yeah, you want to talk about normalizing? My Catholic church had a stained glass photo of Lucifer in their church. Okay? So that's definitely normalizing.
I think Rachel is just thinking of shows and interesting things from pop culture.
Yeah,
to
that's
talk about.
literally
It has nothing to
it.
do with that.
I know nothing about the Bible. I know nothing about really religion. That's why I am nothing out without my pop culture. I really am very interested in pop culture life. Could care less about the Bible.
Okay, well, neither Rachel or I have seen it, but for the
Yeah.
2 minutes of it in
That's all we
the
saw.
weed store.
Really? Yeah. Was that too much? It's very popular. That's a lot of people talk about it. They talk about how dreamy he is and like that he's
Black Mirror is a prophecy project in the guise of sci-fi. What is a screen when it's off?
Oh. In the guise of sci-fi. Interesting.
It's a Black Mirror.
Prophecy project.
I watched that show and then one of the streaming services picked it up because Fox wouldn't renew it. Black Mirror is one of the
Black
best
Mirror.
shows, man. Huh.
How about we binge watch it before October when the thing is up?
It sounds good.
Yeah.
That's
what happened to the Lucifer show. What happened? I watched that show and then one of the streaming services picked it up because Fox wouldn't renew it. Oh.
So what's
it's on Netflix.
What's Lucifer up to in the show?
Yeah, Nicholas Watson.
Is he up to no good, or is he secretly a good guy? Eat the fruit.
I like that, Lorna. Nicole.
I tell you when I really felt for God was when I went out one day and I realized the gardeners had stolen our nectarine on the tree.
Stop! That's a sad story. Talk about crying over spilled milk.
Well, I was looking forward to picking that.
You had left it there on purpose to ripen.
But hey, Lawnmower, that doesn't answer my question. My question was, is he up to no good in the show? Or is he actually a good guy?
Yeah.
You're saying to make him look cool is different than answering that question.
Yes.
That is not answering. That is not explaining the answer to that question.
No. Actually, I was hoping that Nicholas Watson, the show Lucifer was on for 3 years, and it moved to one of the streaming services. I don't know which one. It's already had its 4th season. On to the 5th, I think, right now. Yeah, I think Nicholas Watson, it's on Netflix, I believe, because I had a friend who used to watch it, and she had streaming. She didn't have cable, so, or regular TV.
Okay, well, anyway, the point is, from any rational perspective, to the extent that the devil, quote unquote, is portrayed in a positive light, then those aspects that are being portrayed are not actually, they're not really talking about the devil then, right?
Right.
It's like they're just sort of co-opting the character to make another kind of human, I guess. What's my favorite conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, favorite. That's an interesting question. What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
I like that question.
Well, I mean, the one that I believe in most is 9/11. I think that there was some sort of conspiracy there. But
I believe in that one the most too.
maybe like the most interesting one, the one that I think is most fun, but is definitely fiction, is the story of the guy who got off the plane in Japan from a country that didn't exist with all the right papers and stuff for a place. And there's this, you guys know what I'm talking about? Anybody know what I'm talking about? The stories are called like the man from Toronto or something. I don't know. So, okay, there's this story in World War II, shortly after World War II. There's a passenger plane comes and lands in Tokyo, and it has on it a man. And the man who gets off of the plane says he's from this country that nobody's ever heard of. He's got a passport. He's got various documents and stuff. And he says, I don't understand. I don't understand why you've never heard of my country or anything, and I'm not sure what language he's supposed to be speaking in, but the Japanese don't know what to do with this guy because he got off the plane. There's no record of him getting on the plane. But here he is getting off the plane with these odd documents that suggest he's coming from a world that doesn't exist. And so they put him in a hotel to try to figure it out. And, the next day they go in to knock on the door and he's just simply gone along with all this stuff. In the end, Spooky story, huh?
It is weird.
It's totally a made up story though. So in that instance, there was a science fiction writer or something that wrote that story and sent it to something. I don't know. I looked into it because it's such a spooky story. But there are, in fact, real things that are genuinely spooky. So what happened about the Malaysian Airlines? I don't know what happened with that. That's a spooky one, right?
Yeah, that is.
That's
spooky.
genuinely
That
spooky.
is spooky. Personally, I am fascinated with the JFK conspiracy theory.
But
that is an inside job.
The absolute spookiest real story in history, I think, is the story of the girl whose body was found in the water tank on top of the hotel. So I will read you this if you haven't heard of it. And the thing is, this is totally legit. Lauren McKinney, you know what I'm talking about? That video is insane.
I've never seen it.
You want to just trip. It's like, oh my God, what the hell is this? It's the trippiest thing ever. Wait, somebody says what their name is. Elisa Lam. Okay, I'll check it out.
Huh.
So the story
What
of
up, other Rachel.
Elisa Lam is the body of Eliza Lam, known as Lam Ho Yi, a Canadian student, was recovered from a water tank atop the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles on February 19, 2013. She'd been reported missing at the beginning of the month. Her disappearance had been widely reported. Interest had increased 5 days prior to her body's discovery when the Los Angeles Police Department released a video of the last time she was known to be seen on the day of her disappearance by an elevated security camera. In the footage, she's seen exiting a re. You gotta see the video. It's crazy.
Okay.
Where is it? It's the spookiest thing. It's making me feel spooked out just thinking about it. Where is this video? So I don't think it has any sound anyway.
Is she wearing a mask?
No, I don't think so. Okay, so this is the last video of her seen before. Like, first of all, why aren't the elevator doors closing? Right? What the hell is she
Yeah.
doing?
That's not normal.
She already pushed buttons.
Why is she hiding in the corner? And why is this elevator door still open like that?
I know, it's
hanging out
weird,
there.
huh? It's so goddamn spooky. What the hell's she doing?
I know. That's so strange.
Why isn't the door closing?
Is she waiting for someone?
I mean,
This goes on for
well, I mean, she's back in the elevator.
okay.
She's pushing all
All
these buttons.
buttons.
Okay, so why isn't the it's like,
door closing.
is there somebody on the other side holding the door open? But it's not even trying to close. It's not going like ding, ding.
No, it's not. None of the lights are like lighting
What is
up.
she doing now?
Is she talking to someone? Or to herself? I've never seen this before. Those are like yoga things.
But why isn't the elevator door closing? It's so trippy. And then the thing is, where she was found, her dead body, it's basically impossible that she could have gotten herself into that thing.
That's crazy.
But I guess there's no footage of.
What? The time skips and then the door closes.
Did the time skip?
Yeah.
Did it?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah.
Let's see.
See, it's like stops.
It stops.
Stops, and then it closes.
Why does it stop?
What?
So, like, why isn't the elevator going anywhere?
No, it's creeping me out. That's like a ghost story, but it's true. Is that even the same hall?
That seems like a different floor now. Right?
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Spooky.
Yeah.
My opinion on the reptilian race. I mean, I don't believe that the reptiles. The video is edited. Pay attention to the elevator doors. It's a very scary video.
Yeah, it is. 'Cause she's doing rich stuff in it too. It's not like she just goes in, hangs out, looks over her person. She's doing like weird like body stuff, and then she's like gesturing, almost as if she's talking. It's very strange.
You saw a video taken from the roof of the hotel that explains a great deal.
Hollywood is sinking. Not a problem. A lot of people still make media.
So, I mean, she was targeted by a group of Satanists in the hotel. Why is it always Satanists?
Oh my
It's like, doesn't anybody do any crimes that aren't motivated by Satan? She has a name, same name as a fictional character of a horror movie who died the same way she did. Maybe that's why I targeted her.
Bad acting. I can't.
I mean, I
Why
don't
are
know.
you laughing at a dead person?
I don't know what happened in that situation, but it's like you can't possibly think that everything is like some conspiracy of Satanists. Or why is everything got to be Satanists? I know, but from what I understand, emailed Anthrax, it was more or less impossible for her to get into this water tank that she was into. She would have had to be very strong, and she didn't appear to be very strong, to lift up the thing and get herself into there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy stuff. Like that's not just like a a disappearance. Like she was found dead. That's crazy.
The other thing to note is Rachel did pick up on what you said there. There was some editing in the video. I'm not sure what to make of the fact the video was edited.
Eric makes me laugh. What can I say?
Maybe it's I don't know. It's like when Rachel noted that it had been tampered with in some fashion, that the time stamps had been changed. I would not have noticed that, but it does appear that way. That was released by the LAPD, I believe.
It was released by the LAPD. That's what this said.
You found it. The video I suggest is called "The Solved Case of Elisa Lam." Is on the channel that chapter.
That's exactly the title of it.
I heard you about that, Lawnmower.
What's the horse?
So my question is, which came first, the movie or the girl? I don't understand why that requires a siren. It's like it is possible for there to be a coincidence that two people both die and they're both named the same thing, one in fiction and one in real life. It is possible that there was a copycat crime of some kind.
Simply bizarre.
But that doesn't make it Satanists.
No.
Yes, Running Fox is right. You do want to alarm us. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember all the details of it. So I think I'm going to wrap up this live stream, and it's because I got to work at 4:00, and I actually want to watch this thing that Dustin suggests.
The what?
I wanna-
That Elisa Lamb.
yeah.
Cool. Thanks for the suggestion, and McPhee.
The Soul's Case. All right. So anyway, thanks for being here, everybody. See you all later. Don't forget
Bye.
your funny cheese.
Plenty of cheese.